who's gonna make the playoffs. Welcome to a special edition. You hear the music, you see the cars, you feel the energy out of us. We are ready. You are ready.
I am ready.
I don't know. Let's go. All right. You know what? Let's jump right into it. Indianapolis. Let's talk about it. Wasn't the best race for me, but it's okay.
Hey, we called exactly what was going to happen last week. We knew both races were going to get strung out. We knew the restarts were going to be freaking awesome, and they were. And we knew we were going to have idiots on the inside and the outside doing stupid shit and crashing cars. And that is exactly what happened.
It was bittersweet. Obviously, I just want to jump right into it. We didn't make it. I already said we weren't going to. I knew it was going to happen. I saw it black and white. But damn, Jimmy, you gave it a hell of a run, man. Those last couple of races, man, you made me believe it. You know what? We're going to win this year with a win. You know, that's most important for us right now is to win a fucking race.
End the drought.
End the drought, and I feel like we can do it. Now the pressure's off the playoffs. Let's just focus on having fun. You know what? I'm still a loyal fan. You see me in my brand new Jimmy shirt. This is what I'm wearing when I go to Richmond, in which I will not be here for the next couple of weeks. So everybody after this, I will be in Virginia. I will have a couple of fill-ins for me. I hope you enjoy them. They're not going to be as good as me, I'm telling you right now. But
hey, there's always me. Hello.
He's going to be right here.
I'll be right here. He's going to fill me in. He's going to, we're going to talk about something.
I'll have Facebook Live going on the NASCAR page so everyone can see it. All right. So anyway, let's start with the beginning of the week. All right, let's start with the Xfinity Series at Indy. As they work their way into getting to the playoffs, which is, I believe, Richmond is their first race that they will be having to figure out who's in the playoffs, I believe. I think that's how it's going. Or I think it's Las Vegas is their first race. One of the two. I got to make sure I know what I'm talking about here, so I got to look it up. But, yes, the Indy was there. It was good, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, like, it was, as I said, it got strung out. There was some good restarts. There was a really good race in back of the pack. But to tell you the truth, I don't even remember who won the race.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I don't remember.
Take a fucking wild guess.
Bell?
No.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even want to fucking talk about it. Fuck. Kyle Busch. You asshole. You went to that race where they got all the playoff points mean everything, and you go out there and fuck it up. For the guys that are actually racing for a championship.
Gets his 96th win in the Xfinity Series.
What the fuck are you doing out there fucking with these guys' playoffs? I mean, how much of an egomaniac are you to do that?
Well, I mean, there wasn't much after Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick got into each other and wrecked hard. I mean, there was about a handful of wrecks in both races, that I can total. But they were nasty accidents. Yeah. They were pretty. They hit hard.
That was just like game over.
That was biggest though. That was one of the biggest topics though of Indianapolis was Bell and Tyler Reddick. They both just went around, smashed bed, boom, out of the race. At that point, no one really had anything. The only person I had was Justin Allgaier, the guy that I've been pulling for. Was the only guy that had anything for Kyle, and Kyle was a bitch, and fucking just took off and let it. So.
Right. I mean,
what the fuck?
Come on, Kyle. Don't you realize what you're doing to those guys down there? Or are you just so freaking blinders on? You don't care.
Well, it's, something though, I see both ways. One, the fans were sick of it, but the drivers that are in the Xfinity Series, they like it because they want to know how they can stack up against Kyle. Granted, it's a little different than having an Xfinity car than a Cup car against Kyle, but to see if you can run Kyle in an Xfinity car, man, that gives you confidence. It does show you that you feel like you can run with the big boys. But you only got Kyle in there. The other one, you got Hamlin, you got Harvick, you got Kurt, you got Jimmy, you got keeps going, man. You know what I mean?
I understand
it's different than that.
I understand that, but do that shit early on in the fucking series, halfway through the fucking series, not at the end.
Well,
where every point counts.
Well, he picked his 5.
And he took points away from people that needed it.
Well, he took his 5 races because I guess they get to pick 5. Next year, it's gonna be they limit them even more. I think he only gets
good.
I think he only gets what, like 3 races or something? I have a bottle cap somewhere. There it is. Anyway, I think he has like 3 races or something like that next year to do. We don't know, Kyle. Congratulations on your 96th Xfinity win. He said once he gets 100, he'll retire.
Okay, fine. It's like being the coolest kid with fucking Down syndrome.
That was pretty fucked up. Okay.
He was because what he's doing is fucked up.
Yes, I know, but that was not cool. But anyway. Let's back to Xfinity. Let's go to the Cup.
How about this? It's like who's winning the Democratic fucking debate tonight? Who gives a shit?
That works better. Okay, yeah, that works better than what you said before. Alright, anyway, let's talk about the Cup racing.
Cup racing, I thought that was a fucking great race. I mean, Eric Jones, which is another candidate for our Idiot of the Week award, absolutely obliterates his car and sends Keselowski
Poor Brad, poor my other guy, man. He ends up fucking sideways in the tire barriers.
I mean, he had to put his hand down onto the racetrack in order to get out of his car. Talk about hitting that thing like a fucking meteor.
And that was one of the first big wrecks. I mean, Eric Jones, I don't know what you were thinking once again. And the second other one, and who I get Idiot of the Week award to, is my own fucking teammate William Byron.
Right? What the
fuck comes down across the 48. Back end came out, and that's all, folks.
I mean, I only saw one replay where you could actually see what happens, and that was from the blimp.
Yeah, dude, he came down on the ally car.
You saw he came down. He didn't hit him that much, but he got against him, and that was it. He didn't take just some of the air off his car. He took all of it off.
He took the whole back end,
and that's why the car snapped around. I mean, you're his freaking teammate. Will you hold your line?
Where are we going? And you know, the reason why, it's the dividends of what was going on. We were trying for a playoff spot. Keselowski and Eric Jones, you guys are already in. I was going for that final spot, and not only that, we were doing it. We were there. We had a car. Cliff Daniels, once again, you're a great fucking crew chief. So glad you're fucking part of me. And then there she goes. You know what? I'll never forget, dude. That car went around, and I probably had about 5 or 6 people call me and text me and just say, "Are you okay? Are you alright? I know you're upset. I know you're upset." You know, my dad was on the phone. He's like, "No, I know, buddy." And I'm already half in the bag. Plus, we're watching football all day with all my buddies, so
right.
I'm already fucking talking to everybody. I see Jimmy hit the wall. I lose it. I lose my fucking shit. I'm just like, everyone just stop talking to me. No, I had like 5 or 6 friends over. Everyone was like, okay. I had my dad calling me to see if I'm okay. I had you text me to see if I'm okay. Dan sent my buddy Dan. They're like, "You okay?" Everyone just knew how much it meant to me to see Jimmy in the playoffs. So when he didn't get it, when I saw that 48 car going around, that was like just watching
history right there.
That was just watching your. That's your dreams and everything just crashing into the wall. That's all.
No. All right, this is a question for the stat hole. Has anybody been in the playoffs that many years in a row like Jimmie Johnson?
Nope. And no one's been into it in different formats of the playoffs every year besides Jimmie Johnson. This is different this year. I'm not going to see that green that's on top of that windshield. I'm not going to see that green that's on that spoiler. I'm not going to see that green that's on that, that splitter. I'm not going to see it on that car, but I'm going to still go to, when I go to Richmond, I'm wearing all 48 stuff still. I'm going to root for him. But when it comes to the championship, I'm rooting for my other guy. I'm rooting for Brad Keselowski. And that's my guys. That's Jimmy and Brad are my dudes. And right behind him is Denny Hamlin. So That's it. That's my 3 favorites.
Well, we got to the end of the race, and if anybody watched last week's, I picked the winner. The 4 car. Boom!
My pick went up in smoke.
He absolutely dominated that race. There was no car out there that was faster or hugged those fucking corners better or had better restarts than the number 4.
And
Kevin Harvick. Give it up.
I know. You know what? I give credit where it's due. Harvick did. You did a good job, man. I'm proud of what you did. That's awesome. You won. You did the race. That's awesome. Some other things that we talked about before also with the contender cars is that Daniel Suarez was another guy that needed to be up there. He raced his ass off. Newman raced his ass off. And Boyer raced their ass off. So my hat's off to all 3 of those guys. Unfortunately, it was Boyer and it was Newman to get in, not Jimmy. And, I really could care less about Suarez, but still.
Well, the 6 car, you want to talk about nerves of steel. At the end of that race, he knew he only had a few points. He knew he could only race his race. So he had a car behind him, I forget who it was, and he let him pass. And we all know Newman. He races so hard.
Never, ever let anybody pass.
He doesn't give it up. He gave up that position just so he could race his line and not let the 9 car catch him.
All right.
And it's exactly what happened because he pulled away from the 9 car once he let that guy go.
Yep.
And he took his spot right there at the end. We had a little Matchbox car over there with a 6. He did that.
Just so you know,
nerves of steel.
Just so everybody knows, those cars that you see lined up is exactly the way that they are right now in the playoffs. And before we end, me and him are going to actually arrange these cars to where we think who's going to be in and out of the first round. And then once those rounds, I'll take 4 cars. I'm going to put them to the side. We're going to have a little thing that says eliminated, and then we're going to say who is in, where the cutoff line is. We're going to start doing that next week. Or actually, when I get back, we're actually really going to start doing that. But yes, tonight we're going to take away our guys who we think is out and who we think is in. Of course, right now, if you look at this, the cutoff line right now is where William Byron is. And it'll be William Byron, it'd be the 10 of Eric Almirola, the 14 of Clint Boyer, and the 6 of Ryan Newman. Right now, that would be out. And you would have all these guys in. We're going to continue with that later on right now. But before we do that, we're going to go, obviously, and look at Las Vegas and talk about that.
Vegas!
We're going to do other things. Yeah, we're going to talk about Vegas. The trucks are going to Vegas. And actually, I want to talk about a little bit of the local racing. Actually, what I saw, which I called him and thought, I was watching Langley Speedway, I believe it was, and this guy hit the wall so hard that they red flagged it for hours. They brought the Jaws of Life there to take him out of the car, and then there was a white sheet. Now, my immediate reaction of watching this, I'm feeling good. I called my buddies saying, "Hey man, I think I just saw someone die." And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Dude, when you bring out the white sheet and put it over the car, and you put it over trying to hide the driver, what does that mean?"
Right. He called me. I ended up watching the replay, and I watched everything I could, and then I went online. I went to the NASCAR Facebook page, and I asked him questions, and it turns out when he barrel rolled and flipped down the backstretch and then hit one of those giant heavy equipment tires, and the car exploded into freaking flames. Basically, it was just a carburetor cracking in half, and well, it was the carburetor went up in flames. But
it was a nasty accident.
He broke his leg, and the roll cage was bent. It came down and hit him in the head. So he was awake and alert the whole time. That's broken leg, 3rd grade concussion. He'll be back on the track.
You know what? I think we should get. He survived, man. That's worth a shot to me, man.
Absolutely. That was one of the nastiest wrecks we've seen all year on a local track.
Yeah, and I watch, and everybody that's been watching knows me. I go home and watch 5 different races at once on Saturday. That's one of my favorite things to do.
This was worse than what we've seen at fucking Bowman Gray this year.
Yeah, Bowman Gray was fun and crazy, but that accident was the most serious. Like, I think he's dead.
Accident. They don't got people barrel rolling down fucking the backstretch at Bowman Gray. I mean, they hit shit and they hit it hard. And they did a lot of that this year, but that was...
more like hit each other.
Right. And demolition derbies in the middle of fucking turn 3 and 4. But still, this was probably the nastiest. And they were going for a championship. I mean, these were championship drivers.
So you have to remind everything that I'm watching at this point, I'm watching because it comes down to championships on a lot of these local racetracks. Everything it's that time, guys. It's it's becoming, September, October, November. NASCAR season's coming to an end for a couple of months before we go back to February. So it's crunch time for everybody. It doesn't matter what you are, it's crunch time, and who doesn't want to hold the trophy at the end of the year?
Right.
Who doesn't?
I mean, we had a holiday weekend, and that's over. Most racing series, especially up around here, end then. Most of our championships are done. I mean, we got a big race for Halloween coming up at Seekonk. There's another one in Connecticut.
Thompson and Stafford both have pretty good races coming up.
Yeah, they're big 150 races, and it's the Wicked this and then the Haunted that. But they're big races, and if you're a fan, just go, because those are great races. I've been to the one at Stafford, and it was awesome. I saw it about 10 years ago. It was a blast.
I've been watching, actually, this reminds me, I actually did watch the Well and Modified series that was going on.
Really?
It was a very good race. It was action-packed, bumping and banging. The guy that I root for, I think his name is Brian Colby or something like that. He drives the number 2 car, the 2 Modified, who fucking... got spun out early, came all the way to the back of the pack. This is up in 3rd and 4th, and they got spun out on the last lap and hit the wall. Now, what I'm excited for, which I found out that race, is that Bobby Santos is actually going to be back in that 36 car for I feel like the last couple of races. So I'm a huge Bobby Santos fan. I'm going to be watching him. in the last couple races, so I'm excited to see him
Right.
back in the car. And the guy I was talking about, the number 2, can't wait to see what he can do too. Those are like my 2 dudes right now in the modified series that I really love and I really respect. And I want to see Bobby Santos win a race. That'd be cool for us, for Massachusettsans, and it'd be cool. You know what I mean? I've been really digging the modified series this year. They really do put on a good show, dude.
Right.
They do.
So I heard you picked up a new game.
Oh, thank you for asking.
NASCAR.
NASCAR Heat 4 came out. It actually comes out tonight for people that didn't pre-order it. I pre-ordered it in the gold edition, meaning I got everything with it. I got it Tuesday night. Let's just say I haven't stopped playing it, and I believe my PlayStation is still sitting waiting for me to go play it right now. So,
why is that not
he
surprising?
actually, and I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with him now. Okay, I got out of work a little early tonight. I told him I'd be around 7:30.
You didn't show up then.
No, I went home and played the video game. I needed fucking a couple races to play the game. And you know what? It was crazy. My niece was sitting there right there with me, watching me play. It was a treat. I had a bonding moment with my niece while I'm racing in Charlotte in my truck series because that's what I'm doing my
You
career
know what?
mode.
I had that
Great time.
same
It was a
experience.
moment. It was a
I had
great
that
moment.
same experience with my nephew playing Gran Turismo.
So you understand where I came from? Yep.
Exactly.
if
My nephew's sitting there watching me tear ass around some track with. I think I was racing. I was using a street car, Corvette, and the kid was glued to the TV.
Yep, and my niece was too. While she was playing my little cars, those cars, I have a bunch of them. She was playing with them, and it was a moment. It was good. And the game, though, guys, it's so great. It's action packed. You can drive anywhere. They help you bump draft. They work with you. You can set the settings to exactly the way you want the races to go. And I've had nothing but a blast on this game. Every time I play it, it's so fun. Definitely, you guys that are NASCAR fans watching us, video gamers. I'm on PS4, Chadskins48. Add me. I'll race you anytime, and I'll probably beat you. Just saying. But yes, definitely get the game. NASCAR Heat 4, great game. Alright, so now let's go to Las Motherfucking Vegas.
Yeah, this is the second time we said that.
Who you putting your fucking chips on?
Ooh, God. You know what? We got all these guys up here. You know, most of them are my guys that I pick every week, except for the 48s out of it. So
Doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he still can't win. Fuck off.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to throw my 48 in there as my dark horse. My number 1 dark horse.
Are we going for picks now? We all right now? Alright, fine. 48's dark horse.
48's a dark horse. I'm going to go in there with the... God. And because he did such a fucking good job last week. 43. He really did a fucking great job. The past 2 weeks, he's been really... Don't get me wrong. Alright,
let me tell you this. I'm not rooting against Bubba Wallace. I root for him. I want him to do better, but dude, he needs a better fucking car than that 43 car.
God.
As awesome it is to see him, with the fame, but come on, Petty, give the fucking kid some equipment, man. Like, he needs it. And Bubba Wallace, you're a great driver, dude. You actually are very good, and I like the way your driving style is, but you just need a little bit better equipment. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You just need better equipment. That's it.
Right?
That's all. Alright, who's your favorites?
Well, I only picked 2 dark horses so far.
Oh, yeah, who's your other guy? Sorry about that.
He's in the playoffs, but he's still a dark horse for me. And I'm going to pick a 10.
Eric Almirola, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, isn't that make it good to see these cars and be like, okay, this is what it is? I'm so glad. My idea, just saying.
Yeah, hey, the kid has some good ideas every once in a while. Sometimes they're stolen from somebody else.
Like what? The big cars from Dale Jr. download? Okay, no.
Absolutely.
It was not stolen, it's called inspired.
Right. This is an homage to Dale Jr.'s show.
I don't give a shit, man. I like looking at them. Half the show at the time, half the time I'm just looking at them. I'm in awe. But yes,
So, my top 4, I'm going to go, I always pick momentum. I'm going to go with the 4 again. I'm going to go with the fucking 9 car.
the 9, okay, I see him.
Yep. I'm going to go with the 2 and the 42. The 2's pissed.
Okay.
The 2 is pissed, and that makes him a dangerous driver.
Dark.
That's one thing I like about Brad Keselowski. Is
Bad Brad motherfuckers.
when he races mad, he races his best. So somebody piss him off every time, and fucking Chad's gonna be really happy because he's gonna win the fucking championship.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you all right now, and everyone who doesn't know this, I'm gonna say it right now. When the Jimmy Johnson retires, I'm going full force number 2. Brian Keselowski is gonna be my guy. So, you're gonna see this Ally shirt, give it a couple of years, this is gonna say Miller Lite. This hat will say Miller Lite. These beers will be Miller Lite.
Really?
Absolutely, dude.
Seriously?
Dude, no, I'm a full fan. When it came down to Lowe's or Home Depot at the time, where I would go if I needed anything, or if someone said, hey, we need to get some home improvement, I said, we're going to Lowe's. We're not going to Home Depot.
Hey.
I'm that person. My driver fucking has what it is. That's what I represent.
Hey, I'm
sick. I know.
I'm in the trades, and it doesn't matter where you are. If you need it, the closest spot is where you get it.
Yeah, what's the closest spot for us for home improvement?
Right now,
okay. I don't
really. But I've been to Ace Hardware. I've been to Joe's local lumberyard.
Why the fuck are we even talking about this? Fuck Lowe's. They're not even my sponsor anymore. Anyway.
Right?
Alright, my turn now?
We're a little bit off fucking subject because that's what we do.
Yeah,
Go for it.
We have fun with this. That's what we do. We're having fun. Alright. Dark horse. I'm going with Stenhouse, obviously.
Yeah.
At Las Vegas. Another dark horse I'll go with. The dark horses are harder than my favorites. That's the thing.
Right?
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to say another dark horse is the 6.
Yes, he is.
Only because he has something to go out there and prove. And
everybody at the back of that field has something to prove.
And you know what? I'm going to go, I've never said this name before, but I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say the 3 of Austin Dillon.
Really?
I'm going that far out. Actually, no. Scratch that. I take that back. Not Austin Dillon.
Good finishes then.
Not Austin Dillon. No. You know who my fucking number 1 dark horse this week is? Matt DiBenedetto.
He just got himself a ride.
Yep, he got a ride for the 21. Yes, thank you, actually reminded me.
Right.
Paul Menard is out of the Wood Brothers, and it looks like Matt DiBenedetto is going to be in that car with Barstool Sports as his sponsor.
Yeah, way to go, Barstool.
I'm so excited for that. Matt DiBenedetto, I'm a huge fan. He's my dark horse, and guess what? I'm calling him as my dark horse for the rest of the year.
There you go. Your number 1 dark horse.
This is Matt DiBenedetto.
Well, you gotta pick 2 more.
I want him to fucking win. No, now I gotta pick 4 fucking. No, I already picked. I picked Matt DiBenedetto. I picked the 10, and I picked the 6, and I picked
Stenhouse.
Stenhouse, yeah. All right. So now my favorites. Number 9. That's 4. Number 3. I'm going Kurt Busch.
Kurt, the one guy.
Number 2 is the number 2. Keselowski. And
there you go.
And the man that's gonna win the race, even though I about him, I like him, but I don't like him, but I really don't like him, is Joey Logano. Joey Logano will be the man in victory lane this week and punch his ticket into the next week. If not, it's gonna be Brad Keselowski. Mark my fucking words.
All right. Well, the 22 has a really nasty habit of just not. You can't call him the finisher. He's more like the outlaw fucking robber. He steals races. He really does.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, God.
We're ready to pick our favorites. All right, here we go. Yep, we might get cut out here, but it's all right. All right. So what we got here is 18 is the pole. You got the 11, the 78, which is obviously Truex. We got Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman. Sorry, hit that. Sorry, Eric Jones. Fuck you anyway. Eric Jones. Your boy, Larson. And we got the number 12 of Ryan Blaney. 24, the 10, the 14, 6, which is William Byron, Eric Almirola, Clint Boyer, and Ryan Newman. All right, go ahead. Mix them up. Where do you think they will end in the first round?
First round.
Sorry to cut. Like I said, this is what we do. Mix them up. And you're going to leave the rest of the way they are?
Yep. They finished the way they are right now.
Alright.
So go over this with them.
So he's got Kyle Busch is going to be, and this is the first 3 races, alright? So Kyle Busch, he's got Harvick moving up in the standings there, Logano moving up, Hamlin moving down, Kurt Busch moving up, And he's got Keselowski, and he's got Elliott staying the same, and he's got Truex all the way down there, and he's keeping these guys the same. So he's expecting the 24, the 10, the 14, and the 6 to get eliminated.
At this point.
Okay.
We're going to change this every friggin' week.
My turn?
Your turn.
Alright. Well, first of all, that's staying. Alright, so if anyone just saw what I did, Kyle Busch is going to stay as your points leader. He'll go in the round. Denny Hamlin's going to get second for me. Kevin Harvick has been dominated. I think he's going to go back to third. Logano will move up. He'll be fourth. Chase Elliott's going to really come out of nowhere. I feel like he's going to get that fifth position. I put Larson all the way up there because Larson, there's a couple good tracks for him. I think Larson's going to do because Larson's going to stay where he is. He's going to be quiet. So wasn't I said the 87? I think he's going to be where you are. Which is the 19. Sorry, I don't have an updated car. Sorry, all the money I have. Yeah, that's the one I haven't updated. I think the 12 car of Ryan Blaney is going to go fucking kill it. Eric Jones is going to stay where he is. The 10 car is going to get in. The 1 car is going to get in. Bowman, William Byron, Boyer, and Newman are out.
Okay.
That's my pick right there for the first round. 2 our picks. And this is special. This is new to us, and thank you all for being here. Alright. Any last fucking conspiracies? Anything.
I do have a few thoughts. With the playoff series the way it is and what's going to happen, I mean, these are going to shuffle so quickly. Each race, it's going to be a totally different momentum change. It's going to be a totally different feel to each race as we move forward. And with that, all we got to do is just pay attention and watch.
You guys are. I hope you all are ready. Are you guys ready for the playoffs? Like, this is the best racers, the best drivers, besides one, that are in this playoffs. So guess what? Everyone, buckle up, get ready, and hold those belts tight one more time. I get excited when they get racing. When they wave that green flag, then you go boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, playoff boy style. That's what's gonna happen.
Right? So cue that music.
Let's do it.
Grab your beers, hold them up high for the first race of the NASCAR playoffs.